the trial of Minority Leader Dr. Kaysola Forson is taking a major toll on the business of Parliament after the NDC MPs' decision to boycott proceedings whenever their leader is in court. The NDC MPs boycotted a large part of the proceedings yesterday until the Minority Leader returned from court, only to enter the chamber and raise issues of quorum. Parliamentary Affairs correspondent Kweku Asante has a wrap of proceedings from the House.
The trial of Dr. Kaysola Forson for causing financial loss to the state is happening in the courts, but having a cascading effect on the business of the House. You will recall last week when the House resumed, the minority did indicate that whenever their leader was in court for his trial, they will boycott proceedings. In fact, today they did. And today, sitting started nearly 3 p.m. because the minority MPs were not coming to the floor and the majority MPs also were not in their numbers. In fact, when sitting started, the MPs on the floor were not even up to 20. Later on, when the trial ended and the minority leader did walk into the floor, the NDC MPs started raising issues of quorum.
There is still no quorum. Suspend sitting of the House for a period of not more than 1 hour. Mr. Speaker, can you direct the clerk and table to conduct a head count?
They were recognized. No, we must correct that.
Honorable Chief Whip.
You were recognized. When you walked in, you were recognized. And when you walked in and you got up to speak, you were recognized. Let that go on the records. What is that?
The second Deputy Speaker, Andrew Amakwesiama, was now under pressure to act according to the dictates of the standing orders. The standing orders provide that whenever an MP raises an issue of quorum, he should instruct the table office to get the bells to be rung in the House. The bell did ring, and after 10 minutes, James Klucha-Veji was on his feet again, pressuring the Speaker of Parliament to actually go by the dictates of the House and suspend Parliament. This nearly degenerated into chaos because, according to the Deputy Speaker, as per his time, the 10 minutes provided by the standing orders had not reached, but it's not something the NDC MPs were ready to countenance.
I don't know the time you are using. My time is not up yet. I'm monitoring my time.
Mr. Speaker.
My time is not up to 10 minutes.
That the bell was rung. When the bell was rung, we all heard it. If you are telling this House or me that you are using your time,
Honorable Veji, I'm left with 2 minutes.
Standing order regulate the conduct of the House. If our own standing order says it, why? No.
Clerk at table.
Mr. Speaker.
Clerk at table.
Mr. Speaker, we are not asking you now
Clerk
to go.
at table.
Mr. Speaker, we are not asking you
Please
now to go.
Count the members.
No.
Ultimately, the MPs on the floor were not up to 92, which would allow for MPs to proceed the business, and then proceeded to suspend sitting for an hour. It is clear that the minority are not willing to back down on their demand that the trial of the minority leader should cease. According to James Klucha-Veji, an MP for Kintamponov, they are not trying to frustrate government business, but they are only asking for the right thing to be done.
We are here. We are here. We are ready to work. Is Honorable Ato Forson, who is the leader of the minority, also not qualified to represent his people? So if he's there every day in court, are they not concerned that by that act, he's also not representing his people? If they want us to do the work, and which they attempt frustration, then they should allow Honorable Ato Forson to also represent his people. They should drop the case.
It is just right that as a leader of the minority, we also show some sympathy and solidarity with him. Or if even it's midnight, we'll now be transacting government business, why not? We'll do. But in any case, it should be on record that now it's even the minority who are always more in the House. You are in the House here, you have been seeing it. Let your cameras always report it. It's we, the minority, who are always more even in the House.
In the coming days, more and more government business, key bills, among others, are expected to come to the floor. And on Tuesdays and Thursdays, when the minority leader is away in court, being prosecuted for causing financial loss to the state, the House will suffer. It is not clear how long the minority intend to hold this, but they say that they are not going to relent in making this demand that the prosecution of their minority leader is dropped. Reporting for Joy News, Kweku Asante, Parliament House, Accra.